experience. Track your personalized checklist and approval status 24/7, even on VA loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Apply at NavyFederal.org. Open to the Armed Forces DoD Federal.
I'm not. We're just having a discussion.
I was just like, $500 worth of free accessories.
Text 340-5555 today.
Pillows, sheets, and mattress protectors.
Okay, welcome back to Rick's Radio Conversions. Today we have Nicholas's 1967 Mercedes-Benz Blaupunkt radio. This was AM/FM with, I guess the M was for a manual. Not really sure on that, but we've converted it to AM/FM, aux input, Bluetooth, and USB, and we're going to go over some of the modes right now. One of them, we're in FM right now, so the push buttons have been converted to FM, FM, and this M is also an FM, and then there's two AM push buttons as well. And there's a little indicator slider here that tells you what mode you're in. So the top one here is M, which is FM, and then FM is on the bottom, and then the middle one is the AM. So that's the FM mode. And then we're going to go some stations there. And then to go to AM, you're just going to press in the AM push button. And if you notice, there is a little tiny LED in the middle. I think in the original radio that was just for the on light, and we put the status LED in there, so red is for the AM. And we'll go back to FM. FM is yellow. So that's the tuner function. This also still does have the scan selection. Take your tuner 12 to 2.
Scanning for stations.
And then she says we're going to scan for some stations, and we'll let her do that for a little bit. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but the LED light is actually pulsating a little bit, dim to bright, telling you that you're in the scan mode. And if you wanted that station, grab your tuner. We'll go one more. Grab your tuner.
Station hold.
And there it is. And you can see the indicator light has now stopped flashing. And now we're locked onto that station. So now we're going to do the aux mode. And then so in the background there, we just turned on a CD player. As you can see, the indicator is now green for the aux input. And when we stop the device, so now it's going to time out for about 10 seconds, and we'll let that do that. We've now paused the CD player there, and it'll go back to the last known radio setting. See, it's gone back to yellow. And that's it for the radio functions. Now we're going to do USB. take your USB stick, plug it in there.
Safe weekend back on Monday. Here's REM.
As you can see, the LED has gone to magenta, or a pinkish color. And if you didn't like that song, grab your tuner, fast forward. If you wanted to rewind, go back down on the dial. And that's the USB, and we'll pull the USB out. Now we've gone back to the FM mode. Now we're going to do the Bluetooth. So there's an iPhone. So to pair your phone, you're going to grab the tone, and you're going to go from 12 to 2 twice.
Bluetooth ready to pair.
And down there you can see we got the Aurora design.
Pairing completed. Bluetooth connected.
You can see it says connected. I don't know if you noticed, but the LED went to blue. And then we're just gonna do some songs here. I don't know why. There we go. As you see, the Bluetooth is now on, the blue. Just like the USB tuner forward. And that's how you do the streaming with the Bluetooth. Now, so that's how you do the streaming. If you wanted to stop the Bluetooth or the USB, you grab your volume, and then you're going to go 12 to 2. And you can see the LED is flashing. It's going to do it for about 10 seconds. Go back to the radio mode. And now we're back to radio. And this also does the Sirius commands, or I'm sorry, not Sirius, the Apple Siri commands. So you could say things like, "Hey Siri, what is the weather today?"
It's currently clear and 84 degrees in Virginia Beach. Expect mostly cloudy skies starting in the morning. Today's high will be 91 degrees, and the low will be 78.
So you see the Bluetooth light came on, all that kind of stuff. And now we've gone back to the radio.
This is Bob FM Radio.
You can also do a voice command once you're paired. Once you're paired, same thing, 12 to 2. Hey Siri, what time is? Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 10:02 a.m.
So if you see that, we didn't say the Hey Siri thing. We just grab the knob there, and then back to the radio mode. So now we're paired up. Phone is way over here somewhere. You want to start playing music again, just grab your volume. And then you're right back to doing the Bluetooth. Grab it again. doing this left-handed, so. And as you can see, the Bluetooth is now flashing again, the LED there. And we'll go back to radio. Now, Nicholas, one of the last thing about your radio, smallest radio we've ever done, probably one of the more harder ones. This has no tone control at all. This is just push on for on off, and then the volume. Now we're off. Now we're on. So in order to do tone, we had to put a switch in. This is an on-off switch. It's got a harness that's about 18 inches. It has a disconnect in the harness if you wanted to mount it somewhere, drill a hole maybe underneath the dashboard, or just leave it in your glove box wherever you want to use it. You don't need to use it a whole lot, but I'm going to show you the functions of the tone. So let's just say you did not like the tone. Press your tone button, turn it on, grab your volume, bass, treble. I hope you can hear the difference. Bass, treble. When you find your tone you like, turn it off.
Volume hold.
Said volume hold. That means that you're so far up on the dial of the tone, you go down, see, and now you go back up. So the reason for that is if you had the treble all the way up, the volume would be all the way up. When you turn the switch off, it would blow the speakers out. That is why when it says volume hold, you go all the way back down to the end and then come back up again. Your tone is now held and you're back to volume. Show you another thing. Let's say you like all the bass. Turn it off. You didn't hear volume hold because you were all the way down in the bass function.
Volume hold.
Volume hold. You see, we went all the way up on the volume and you didn't hear anything. It didn't change. Go all the way down, lower the volume, come back up. The other things that your tone does your fader and your balance. Ten to 2 gives you fader.
Fader adjust.
Rears, fronts, rears, fronts.
Volume hold. Fader set.
Hopefully you saw how that was done. Once again, tone, balance, 12 to 10.
Balance adjust.
Rights, lefts, right, left, hold it.
Balance set.
Now you're still in the tone function. Bass, treble,
Volume hold.
now you'll do this all by sound, obviously. I have what's called a view meter set. So those 4 meters up there tell me right, left, front, rear. That's how I do it. So you're back to null on both fader and balance. So that's how this guy here works. And you don't need it. Okay? You don't need it. You can unplug it, put it away somewhere if your balance and your tone and everything is the way you like it. But that in a nutshell is how this system works. Thank you so much for being patient. We've had your radio for quite a while. Really neat radio to do. Never did an actual German radio before. Once we got all the American stuff out of there, we had some room. Very, very tiny radio, super small. Smaller the radio, the longer it takes. But we painted your little orange indicator there for the AM and the FM. This actually is a white piece of plastic, your indicator needle. So we left that alone. It was pretty good shape, just cleaned it up. And other than that, that's it. You also have on the bottom is your AUX input and your right and left sub-channel preamps that you wanted outputs. We did those as well. You've got the blue wire to turn your amplifier on, or your power antenna if you have that as well. Other than that, that's about it. We thank you so much for letting us convert your radio. And if you want your radio converter like Nicholas's, please contact Rick's Radio Conversions, 757-716-9305, or at ricksradioconversions.com, and you can also find us on Facebook. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
HVAC.com to schedule an interview. Their forefathers, AUX 1053.
Are y'all moving too fast for us? So we'll let you know what actions that are going on, but they're bringing in
Old, inefficient HVAC system when we take up to $1,500